magic can be very simple in as much as you can do something very easy, just using 2 rubber bands. Yeah. We'll stretch this one out on finger and thumb. Can you all see?
Yeah.
And we'll do the same thing on the other hand. And I'm doing this so that you can remember it and maybe try it yourself. You can see, obviously you make what's called a cat's cradle, yeah? You do this, look, one melts right through the other one. Now I know that was unexpected, so maybe we should have an action replay. Ryan, do me a favour, hold out your fingers like this and go like this. So if you hold on to that, because everybody that's watching, and I wouldn't blame them for thinking that all I actually did was held the band there, and even though you know it kind of creates that same illusion, doesn't it? It looks the same thing. But you know, if we put it on your side of the fence, then everyone can understand and you can tell them, you can feel that pulling away, yeah? We'll do the same thing again, look. Wow, your technique is flawless. Give a round of applause. How did you do that? So, cast your mind back to Christmas Day when you get the Christmas cracker out. And sometimes what drops out of it, like a little puzzle, Chinese type puzzle, and it absolutely does your brains in, doesn't it, for the rest of the day. We could describe this as a puzzle similar, in as much as the puzzle is to take the ring from the rope without untying the hitch knot that's there. Now, I could be cruel and leave you with this for 10 minutes, but it can't be done. The only way you can take the ring off the rope is to untie it and take it off the end. Do you want to just finish doing that for me? Just untie it, take the ring off. Examine the ring, have a look at it, you examine the rope. The ring's interesting as much as Ryan will tell you, is looking at the inside. I actually made that ring myself from a coin. It started life about 25 years ago as a Danish kroner, and I turned it inside out. I actually made it as a present gift for my mother-in-law. She's not with us anymore, sad, but she was run over by a bus. But you know, you've got to look on the bright side. I was driving at the time. And the rope is the same kind of rope you find in anybody's bedroom, holding their pajamas up. Yeah, I know, yeah, okay. So check the rope out, we check the ring out. You drop that on there, on the end. Say I do, but only twice a week, and that's on a good week, yeah. So, look, so you hold the rope, you hold the ring. Oh, hang on a minute. How did that happen? I must have sneaked off the end while I wasn't looking. You big cheat. I don't trust you. I'll do it myself this time. Just like Ryan did, I'll thread it onto the end. And just like Ryan did, I'll thread it down to the middle of the rope. And you're all suspicious. I look round then, and every single one of you were looking at this hand. Yeah, psychology going on there. So when you think about it, the easy way is to take it off the end, yeah? It's much more difficult to put it back on. Now what we'll do is we'll make it impossible, or much more difficult shall I say, by wrapping the ends of the rope round something like that, yeah? Nice and tight, no way out. Hold out your hand please, Ryan. 3, 2, 1, go. Now then, for the very last time, what we'll do is we'll take the ring, we'll thread it onto the rope, and we're going back to the beginning, just like we were at the beginning, yeah? Where we took the ring and it was tied on, and if you know your knots, it was a hitch knot that was really tight, okay? You hold on to that, you hold on to that, say I don't, neither do I. You know? I'm sure you've seen the film The Lord of the Rings, which describes a ring not dissimilar to this one, moving from hand to hand to hand, and I thought about that, and I thought, what a good plot that would make for a magic trick. Because I had the ring anyway, so I'm going to keep it. Now I want you to keep my honest by holding up my sleeves. Keep it really tight, okay? So there's no way in, no way out. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to pass the ring through, well, not round there, but through. Can you hold on to this? Hold on to this sleeve like this. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And there it goes. Well, let me just put that out of the way a minute. Cast your minds back to when you were a small child, and like me, if you were on the playground learning to tie your shoelaces, what you probably ended up with was a knot, not dissimilar to this, you know, because you couldn't get it right. I actually refer to this as being a slip knot, and the reason it's a slip knot is because it can slip down the rope like this. I'm sure you've seen a slip knot before, yeah? And as we know, that really, you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to sort of just slip the knot that you've just tied along the rope and off the end. Now that's something that you don't see every day, isn't it? And so is that. So now, I'm going to leave it for you to decide, did you actually just see me slide the knot off the end of the rope, or was the whole thing just an illusion? Well, I'll leave you to decide. And keep that running. What we'll do, we'll try a card trick. In fact, we know that the cards are slightly water damaged, but nevertheless I'll try, and we can see they're all different. And it's important for this that you realise that my pocket's empty, okay? Literally, as the case with married men, you know. So we'll leave that there. And could I ask, Dave, could you just name a card? Name any card you like.
2 of spades.
In a minute you're going to say, you big cheat, you had more than 2 of spades. And you made me say the 2 of spades. But just to prove, look, we've got the 2 of hearts there. And if I go through the cards, we've got the 2 of diamonds. Is that right, yeah? And we've got the 2 of clubs. And somewhere, your card I'll leave there. But I'm going to go through so you can see, right to the end, only 1 2 of spades. Yeah? The reason I'm pointing that out is, there's no duplicates in the pack. But other than that, it was obvious I didn't know you were going to name the 2. Now I'm going to ask you a silly question. Where would you say the 2 of spades is now?
Probably there.
It's on top of the pack, right? But I could have said, would you like to see the world's fastest card trick? And done something like this. And of course the next question would be, would you like to see it again? Shall we try that again? Look, I'll take the 2 of spades and clearly lock it down into the centre of the deck so it's not sticking out the sides, it's not sticking out the top. But, just like before, look. Did you see that? 2 of spades? Oh, you don't believe me? Check it out, have a look. Is that the 2 of spades? Yes, now of course there's a danger with this method, because if you do this, look. In other words, you get carried away, something strange can happen. And of course, oops, we've got the impossible situation of finding the other 3 2s where they couldn't possibly be. Wow. Thanks for watching. Thanks.